Chandrasekhar, who is getting superannuated today. Coming to his service profile, I'd like to tell you that he joined the department at the age of 24 as UDC and posted to Gulbarga division. Before joining here, he was there in health department of government of Tamil Nadu. So he has put in almost 37 years of service, and today is his last day of service. After completing his tenure in Gulbarga, he came back to Bangalore. He became inspector in 1994 and became superintendent in 2011. During his tenure, during his service, he has worked in various ranges in service tax and Central Excise Commissionerate. He worked in Bangalore Customs, Mangalore Customs Preventive, CSP, that is Customs, that is Coastal Special Preventive Bhatkal, and he was there for 3 tenures in Audit Commissionerate itself, during which he has detected and which culminated in recovery of revenue, and he has been rewarded for that in many occasions. I happened to work with him when I joined in 1994. He was already there in 2 division of Express Central Excise Commissionerate, that is in Vayali Kaval, and we were posted together in Jigni range of Central Excise then. I happened to meet there also, and in our first, that is in my first outside posting, I was posted to Hona Custom House, and he was there in Bhatkal Coastal Special Preventive. And it so happened that the superintendent was common to both of us, so we used to interact each other, and that was the period when Kargil war was taking place, so we were asked to do the shore patrolling every day. So we together used to spend much of the time during nights also. So that was the time I saw him closely interacted. As far as my observation is concerned, is a simple person, down to earth, and totally non-controversial, gets along with all the colleagues, and maintains very good relations with the higher officers, and so matured, and he was very good at drafting showcase notices and even brief acts with the order in original, and whenever in the interpretation of law also he was so good. Whenever we wanted an assistance, he was always there to help out, extend a helping hand. Such a nice person, and so matured in his this thing, never ever comments on controversial issues. It so happened that we have formed a WhatsApp group from then onwards. In that, in the Coastal Customs group, he is there, and occasionally we meet. Even last week also we met all the group, this thing. So he's such a nice person. That way, I know him personally. Coming to his family life, his wife is a homemaker, and he has got 2 daughters. Elder has come here. Her name is Pragati. She has completed MBBS and doing her internship. And I think she's going to complete her internship next year. So Pragati, please. Yeah, she is Pragati. And second daughter also is in MBBS. She is in 2nd year. So I would like to, this is the last day of service, and we have all of you, I would like to extend and wish him a happy, a healthy, peaceful and contented retired life. Now I request our Honorable Commissioner Sir to felicitate him on this occasion. Now I request our chief guest, Shri Chandrasekhar sir, to share his experiences and feelings on this occasion.
Today is an emotional day for me. I have put in 35 years of service in this department and retiring today without any regret. And during this journey of my life, I have come across various officers, friends who were part of this journey. I have learned so many things from them. And in this occasion, I have to extend my gratitude and thanks to them. And one by one I can, because mere words are not enough to express my gratitude. And after the commissioner's arrival here, means in this commissionerate, the MCM itself has changed. Now with lighter veins, with jokes and comments, and we are conducting MCM and ending it with a happy note. Of course, detection recovery will be there, but at the same time, stress-free MCM is being conducted now. That can be seen in WhatsApp groups also. Commissioner has put so many messages other than official.
Hilarious ones.
Various messages, and we are very comfortable in attending MCM. So I must thank him also because he taught me how to take life stress-free,
Yes.
how to be comfortable in life. And on many occasions I met additional commissioner for review meetings. He is so humble and polite. First he will make us comfortable to sit. After that he will talk about the review and this thing. At the same time he will give severe warning also with the same politeness. He has taught me how to get the work done, because we need not be aggressive to get the work done. Even with the same thing can be done through politeness and seriousness, and he knows how to get the work done also. I have to thank him and for making me comfortable in this commissionerate. And Yasmin madam, very short period I have worked under her. Whenever she also called us for review meetings, and first she will inquire about my family, my children. At the same time, again performance, what is the progress she will ask. And she, of course, because I am retiring, she has given me exemption also. I thank her. And 2-3 months before, I was drafted for a training for retiring officers at the nation. And the highlight of the program on the last day is our Joint Commissioner's speech. And that speech made me to think about my retired life, how to lead a stress-free life, how to take care of family, all those things he has given the advices. Not only me, even the entire group of retiring officers discussed about that. He was such a kind, mature person. I thank him. And about Hegde sir, when I joined as inspector, he was our role model. He was involved in the association activities, and even to the administration he has helped. Wherever seniority issues are there, promotion or employee benefits, even transfer policy. Transfer policy, he was involved in drafting that policy. We will be waiting to hear his speech during association meetings. We have been following him, and recently, last year he was at Hyderabad and he returned back. Now some of my friends in Hyderabad tell how he has helped the administration to solve some vigilance cases, vigilance issues also, because he was in charge of vigilance there. Such a wonderful person he is, and I had an opportunity to work like that. Like this, we can say about many people. Even I can talk about Mr. Nagesh, a sweet colleague. He was with me. I was lucky to be part of his team last year. And about him, when he sits in the chair, he will not get up the entire day. He will be scrolling party ledger, sales ledger, and end up with a result. I cannot sit like that. So I was in his team. I thank him. And there are so many young officers. I had a privilege to work with these young and smart officers. Not only young and smart, beautiful officers also there. I refrain from naming them. And I have completed my happy journey. And at this juncture, I thank our AO and her team for supporting me. And the also have gone in time. I thank the team. And further, I wish to thank our housekeeping staff, Renuka and Putti also. They were also. And at this juncture, I cannot ignore one person. That is my wife. Even though she is not here, her representative is here. Without her support, I could not have completed this service.
Great.
Is she all right?
Yeah, she's all
She's all
right.
right.
I got emotional. Because since beginning, she is my friend as well as guide. She has taken care of my parents till the end. And in the name of official duties, I have spent less time with my family. I have missed many occasions which I could have been together with. So I seek apology from my family also. I think you will not mind me thanking my family choosing this occasion. And all along my request is you should also take care of the family. And thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sri Chandrasekhar. In fact, your experiences spoke not only about yourself, more about means you have advised us how to take us forward, balance between the office work and the family work. It matters a lot. Anyway, I wish you all the best for your next tenure also. Now,
But you have not told what you supposed to do after today.
I am handing over myself to my family.
now I request Pragati to say a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Pragati, Dr. Pragati Tiwari. The title, again, thanks to my dad. To begin with, he is my inspiration.
You can remove the mask,
Yes, sir.
not worry too much about it.
He is my inspiration. He has started from scratch and he is here today all by himself. He has taught me many lessons. Some of you might know that I have been, my education has had many ups and downs. First, I got admitted into a college. From there, the college got into trouble, so admissions were cancelled. So we took all the luggage, came back from the station. My dad directly took me to the coaching center. He did not take me home. He took me to the coaching center. He admitted me to the coaching class. The lesson I learned that day was life is all about moving on, not sticking to the past. So he has taught a very significant lesson. Another instance would be his father, that's my grandpa. He used to keep telling the same stories every day. So wahi kahani bar bar. But my dad he used to listen to it like he's listening to it for the first time. So his patience is applaudable. So I want to be that person to my parents what he was to his parents.
That is the gift by the department. You become so patient. Even if revenue is not going up, nothing is moving, still we are very patient. We become patient.
I got to learn many things from him. Whatever I am today is because of him. So he has been there for me, ups and downs, thick and thin, everything he has been there for me. And I have ruined many electronics phones at my home. He has never been angry at me. He has always encouraged me to do it because it's a process of learning. So he has been very kind. He is a patient father. He doesn't scold much. So he's always been supportive. I'm grateful to Almighty for giving me such a wonderful dad. And I thank each and every one of you here because I might have not met everyone here, but then everyone here would have been an integral part of my dad's life. So you all are important to me in that manner. And congratulations, Papa. Thank you.
Thank you, Pragati. It was very nice to listen to you. In fact, he looks like South Indian, but their forefathers are from Uttar Pradesh. So his father was a Hindi teacher in Tamil Nadu during the time of Karunanidhi. Due to that unrest, Hindi teachers were removed. So by that time he had graduation, his father. So he was given the other faculty to teach. And now if you look at him, I've seen him closely, that's why I'm telling. He's very good at Kannada, good at Telugu, very good at Tamil. And the way he speaks, original accent and pauses, and even the literary things he picks out, gives the humor, tells, quotes the things in between. Such a nice guy he is, and as Pragati told, very patient, totally patient. So now I call upon Mr. Nagesh Sukunen. He was with him last year in LG4 to share his experiences.
Sir. Good morning, all senior officers. And very good morning, Mr. Chandrasekhar.
Thank you.
So it has been a wonderful last year experience for me in LG4. So I was also new to the audit. Chandan was new to the audit. Chandrasekhar sir was the only person who had some experience in the audit. So in the first year, it is learning all new things right from procedure and also doing the audit. So I really thankful him for all the support he has given to me. And in that period especially, we had a lot of legacy cases also. We had a target of finishing 6 units in the month of March. You can understand the pressure. I think but for him, I would have failed. So he was very supportful. So his contribution in many issues like intermediary was really very helpful. He helped me in doing a lot of draft showcase monitors, analysis and everything. And as a person, he's jumped. Already Mani Krishnappa has put in a nutshell. So how about his personality, his behavior, everything. So I can say it is a flawless personality. Always with composure, smiling, talking very nicely, very disciplined. Every 1.5 hours, get up from the seat, walk for 100 meters, come and sit. So he's like, it's good for health. So like everything, even we used to discuss other than official, many personal issues. So he was also guiding me, my daughter also just cleared me. Even for that, we used to interact with a lot of issues. A wonderful colleague to have. So really I am grateful to him for all the support he has given to me. And I also thank him with this.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nagesh. Now, the present team colleague, I call upon Ram Prasad to share his experiences.
Good morning to all. When the clock strikes 6 p.m. in the evening today, Sri Chandrasekhar will be a free man. He'll be a totally free man. He'll be out of the clutches of the department. He doesn't have to bother about the Central Civil Service conduct rules. He doesn't have to make any intimations, take any permissions, follow any laws, rules, advance rulings, anything. He'll be totally free. In English, there's a saying, every individual has two lives. The first life, what we are living now. The second life starts when we realize that there's only one life. Similarly, for a government employee, there are two lives. The first life from the employment to the retirement, and the second life after retirement. During the first life, the person gets into the job, then he thinks about a marriage, having children, they have school, education, primary, secondary, then college, placement, and later a good job for them for settlement, even their marriage. During this time, he has to take care of his wife, she has to take care of her husband, and the well-being of the parents. Later, when he retires, in a span of 30 to 35 years, you will think, have you done enough for them? Have you lived for yourself? Have you lived for them? Post-retirement only you come to know that you have done something for them more than yourself. That's why the second life starts post-retirement. By that time, they would have been placed well and they would have got even married. So in Chandrasekhar's case, he has done his best. He is not just having two doctors, but he is having two doctors. Now with regard to, I was the team leader of Group 4, and even though we were contemporaries, we have worked in many stations at the same time. We have never met. I am still wondering, 30 years of service, Bangalore, we have never met. When I came to audit 3 months back, that's the first time I met Chandrasekhar. And that was 3 months from now. That is, in customs terms, a warehousing period. In this warehousing period, I met him and I came to know he's a selfless person, excellent, doesn't make any controversy, very hard to know, teetotaler, vegetarian, doesn't have any vices, and a person with principles. I was really very happy to have met him, even though a little late. After having worked with him, as a team leader, we were given some 3 tough units in the beginning. And I'll tell you why it is. The 3 units were situated in SP Road, KR Market, and Nagratpet. So you can understand, we have to use multiple levels of transport. The metro, the auto, and the last few meters we had to walk. And if you recall, it was raining during that time, raining cats and dogs. So we had to walk with our formal shoes and sports shoes. The next day we had to rinse it and dry it. Because in the rainwater we were going to do the audit. They were also not able to sit the vehicle. So when I asked Chandrasekhar, he told, no, I'm not coming. You people just proceed, you do the audit. Whatever show cause notice and other things are there, do and sit here and do it. So undergoing that, he has sat there, and I'm telling you, he has drafted some wonderful show cause notices, and it is going to bring some revenue in the government kitty sooner than later. Moreover, from LG4, as a courtesy, as a gesture, we wanted to take him for a lunch, and we took him to a hotel. So we were just looking for some recommendations, some Google search. Ultimately, we got a place near JP Nagar, which is Hakuna Matata. We were surprised by the name. It means there are no problems. Hakuna Matata is a Swahili word, and that language is used in the East African countries, Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania. It means no problems, and that word has been widely used in the movie Lion King. So, just like that lunch, it was a wonderful lunch, just like that lunch, just like the meaning of that word, Hakuna Matata, there should not be any problems in Chandrasekhar's life. Coming to the last, at this juncture, on this day, when we are working together and we have worked for the 90 days together, I have some very good memories. I can tell only one thing, that he has a very good post-retired life, and on behalf of you as well as me, I just wish him a happy, peaceful, contented and a simple life. Thank you.
Thank you, Shri Prasad. In fact, there is no exaggeration as far as you use the adjectives for him. Absolutely no exaggeration. He definitely suits for him. All the words that he has mentioned about his character, his service, his nature, really are, no doubt about it. Now, I call upon Dharmveer to say a few words.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. Namaste to all. So, I like to share a few incidents with Chandrasekhar in all this time. Only 3 times we have met and worked together. That was a very small period of time. So when I joined in 1994, our office was at Vivipuram near Lal Bagh Estate, and sir was in 2 division. Along with that, some ranges were there. That Vasangudi range, sir was there, and we used to go there only on the last day of the month, like this, to collect the salaries. That time it was not online. So that time 1 or 2 occasions we have spoken. Later, all the things were shifted to Kendra Sadan, and there I come to know that sir is residing at Madiwala quarters. I also was nearby. That time he had purchased one Hero Honda. It was very happy to see him, smiling face on that bike. So this is how it was influenced on me, and I also went on to buy one Hero Honda later. That was a happy ride. So I just wanted to say how a few things influence. So next, after 10 years, we met in Mangalore. I was posted there, and in the initial days we go asking who is who, and that in one particular section preventive, I came to know one Mr. Tiwari from Bangalore is there. So I knew quite many officers from Bangalore, but why I don't know this Mr. Tiwari, who is this Tiwari? Like that, and then I come to know that he is nothing but Mr. Chandrasekhar Tiwari, as Mr. has told. Ancestors have migrated from north, south, and on the in that same initial days, I was allotted one quarters. So that was to be painted. So then I was alone. I had gone there, leave my family there. So I was searching for a painter. I got one. He said 1 day I will finish. And then that day he came, and then he asked for a table to be provided to paint. So I was unaware of this and started searching for the table. Mrs. Chandrasekhar was kind enough to give a table immediately, which I used. But later I come to know it was a table used for watching the TV. Kids were put into trouble. I'm very sorry. But the painter had told only 1 day he would finish, but he took 3 days. So kids were telling mom, like it was complaint, but sorry, I'm sorry. Once again, I'm sorry, sir, for that. And next, after 15 years, now I'm met last 10 months, sir was there, and many occasions we have had conversations and chats. Very humorous, always smiling, and I should say that there is a sharp wit behind that humor. So I don't know whether to call it as a satire, but there is a message in that humor also. So 2 days back when we were speaking, he was on children's education, and the things he was telling. See, everything will be put in place. Only thing we need to be straight. So that's also that I'll remember, sir, these words, sir. So with these words, I wish you a very happy and peaceful retired life. Thank you.
Thank you, Dharmavir, for sharing your experiences. Now, Sri Varaprasad wants to say a few words.
Good afternoon, everybody. Chandrasekhar and myself, we worked last year in review section in Bangalore East Commissionerate. And he's a wonderful person. Every day we used to go for a walk in the afternoon. And before I joined review for a few months, he was alone. And the amount of workload was so much you can't imagine. Sir, for few months, every Saturday, Sunday, he used to come alone to office and work, sir. And evening again take files till night, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. He never used to get sleep. Daily used to say, Vara, I'm not getting sleep because I have to complete it. That kind of person. And very gentleman to the core, very simple. And as he said, he's got a very good sense of humor. When we are going for a walk, you'll never feel bored with him, sir. And one great experience I had with him was, he wanted to go to one temple called Guru Varaha Swami temple that is in the backwaters of KRS Dam. I also had not heard of it. And then we saw in the map, there was no bus to that place. We had to go to Pandapura, take one more bus to one more village, from there go in an auto. He was planning how to go there and all those things. Then I had a little selfish motive. I said, I'll take you there. But my wife and son also will come. In between, we'll stop here and there. You should be ready for that. He said, okay, we'll go. Our motive was bird watching and little photography. So we went there. I was astonished to see the temple and we had a great day. And I cannot in my life forget Chandrasekhar sir, because on the way, we found that buyer viewer bird nesting. Normally you find those nesting on the trees. There was an electric line. And within a span of not even 50 meters, there were more than 100 nests. We videoed that, we took a lot of pictures. Till today, in my 40 years, I have never seen a buyer-viewer nest on an electric wire, that too in so many numbers. So that is one, and we had a great day, full day. Morning, early morning we went, till night we came, and the temple was also very good. So I'll be missing Chandrasekhar very much. He's such a nice person. I only pray to God that he'll have a very peaceful and very happy retired life, and he keep meeting us every now and then. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Vara, for your good wishes. Now I request their jurisdictional assistant commissioner Asmin madam to say a few words.
Respected other senior officers, colleagues, and my dear friends. This week has been a little overwhelming week for me. The week began with the sad news that my driver who used to pick me up and drop me every day home passed away due to heart attack. So it came as a shock to me. And we are ending the week by saying goodbye to Shri Chandrasekhar sir, who is retiring on superannuation today. So I have very mixed feelings, and just as everybody has said, after 37 years of service in the department, sir is retiring today, and no wonder he has worked so hard in East Commissionerate, just as Mr. Varaprasad has said. When he joined in LG4 in this AGT, he approached and said, Madam, I have just about 3 months left for my retirement, and I would rather like to sit in office and work instead of joining the group for audits. I said, so be it, it's your convenience. But then see his foresightedness, he was preparing and to the transition period from his workaholic stage to the retired, post-retirement life. And that shows his acumen and the way he has, thought and planned out his retirement. And in this last 90 days or 90 days that he was with me, the work that was given to him, he has done full justice to that. And as everybody has said, I need not stress upon, he is a very technically sound person. and all that the pending work of the group and show cause notices and paras were all dealt in a very systematic way by him. He's a very dedicated officer, and in every office or in any organization you will find two types of employees. One, the boisterous and extrovert type of persons. As soon as they come to the office, the whole office comes to know that such and such person has come. And when they leave the office also we know. And there are some persons who are very calm and quiet in temperament, and nobody notices they are coming and going. Sir belongs to the second category of that officers, but nonetheless he was the best officer, we can say, who was in this short period I could judge him. And very, very sincere in whatever work we gave him. And I think on a lighter note I can say that he was preparing himself to take orders from a lady boss, so that he prepared for life to come after retirement. Okay, that was on a lighter note. But then it was so nice to hear that he has acknowledged everybody and not forgetting the better half and the family also. And he has two daughters and two doctors, as Ram Prasad said. And last week when I saw his humorous side also, last week when we took him out for lunch, and he said that he's diabetic, so I was a little skeptical about ordering some sweets. And he said, no, madam, we will have sweets. Then we ordered ice cream and we had a sweet also. And it was, he had it with such childlike pleasure, even though he was diabetic. Now I know, because he knows he has doctors at home and they'll take care of him. It was very pleasant and a very nice tenure, sir, having you interacting with you. And I wish you all the best of health, and a very happy and prosperous retirement.
Thank you, madam. It was nice to listen to you. And no doubt is punctuality means Chandrasekhar. Punctuality means thy name is Chandrasekhar, because so punctual to office, dot he'll come, and takes the work burden, never complains. Such a personality. So definitely, now I request our Assistant Commissioner Subhapati Egde sir to say a few words.
If I am permitted to speak. Yes. Good afternoon, sir, and my friends here. It's been one way a mixed feeling today, being able to a dear friend. I know him more as a friend, colleague, than possibly working together. I've been possibly watching him now since he joined the department, possibly after his tenure in the health department in Tamil Nadu. He is somebody, I must say that his silence personified. He will never speak, but then many times his works naturally speaks, whatever works he generally takes over. And I haven't heard any complaints from any of his colleagues or even controlling officers of work being not accomplished or not attended with attentiveness. I must just tell a small issue which happened just about 10 days back. Me and Margot Rama, we were actually after a post-lunch walk. We were walking past his desk, and he was guiding his inspector regarding something. I just, in a lighter and jocular manner, I said, Mr. Chandrasekhar, it is time for you to like wind up, rather than you look like messed up. Then he looked at me smilingly. He said, sir, I am not taking up fresh works, but I do have the job of finishing. This is 10 days before, and where he was telling that what are the works over, audit is over, he was preparing for FAR, pending show cause notices. That is the commitment he had. uh, nobody need to push him for that. He needs, that's what, see, all his friends have told. He walks in time, and nobody need to tell that this is your tendency. He declares it for himself and silently works on that. And he's been a very acclaimed and appreciated officer all over, sir. When and his silence speaks, I keep repeating the same. Like when he's posted here, I was checking up. There are many Chandrasekhars in Bangalore establishment. I was checking who is this Chandrasekhar coming, because many times you miss with this one. Many people said, "Sir, you don't know, you are a friend of Chandrasekhar." And then I said, "Where is he posted right now?" Because of my possibly 3 years gap, I was missing his posting also. Then he was coming this. The moment is he never called, though we are known to each other for quite long. And he just walked in one day, and the day I learned that this is this man, I told my ADC that he is a very good hand, sir. You can rely on him, you can post him, and one thing I can assure that he will not come with any request. Wherever you send, he will work. That's the reputation he's built over a period of time, and this is his nature, I found. But under the calmness, what is there inside, I really don't know much of this. But going by his the family's history, the development, this it shows that this calmness continues beyond the office hours also. I can only wish him that anyway, he is a cooler guy. I know the peace follows you or you follow peace. Okay, peace will always be there with you. I know that. And have a good and peaceful retired life. And retired life, I say that it's only a transition. Possibly we all will walk into this, but some days, possibly exploring the life which we would not have explored fully. Because generally when we are young, we are getting married, we have into a family life. But the one we miss, possibly, we always reminisce about our childhood. That's because a close family bonding. We keep remembering our childhood because we had a loving mother, a loving father, or maybe sometime straightening father. Whatever it is, we liked it, we love it,
came here, we got an LG group. We found him to be capable enough. We took the background. He was earlier in audit and also very capable officer. We placed him in LG, and he has worked perfect, and he, to the satisfaction of the department, to the satisfaction of the departmental goals, he has worked exceedingly well in that place. He did complete justice to it, and I'm sure from whatever I heard from the other officers, throughout your career in the department, you have exceeded well. And be satisfied, contented in your retired life that you have done, you have justified whatever your tenure in the department. Now, keeping aside the department, on the personal front, I've seen that you have nurtured and taken care of two wonderful daughters. Now, this is one thing that Mr. VC, both of them are MBBS, and sir, both are from meritorious selection. They got into MBBS. That speaks a lot of it. Like revenue targets will come and go every year. Then these are other things, but this is the personal life target which you have achieved and exceeded well. I should really congratulate you on that. And you are once part of the department. You are always a part of this family of CPSC. Please feel free to fall back to the department for any reason, related to work or any private. We are always there to help you and give all kind of assistance possible from our side. And with these few words, I would like to wish you a happy, very retired life.
Thank you very much, sir, for your nice words on this occasion. Now I request our Honorable Commissioner, sir, to address the gathering.
Dear friends, Mr. Chandrasekhar, the chief guest for today's function, the daughter Pragati, and he became emotional in his speech. And as far as I am concerned, I have attended almost 99% of the retirement function. And when some officer is going from our organization, I always feel little emotional myself. Somebody has worked so far and now leaving. Recently, I like the way Mr. Ram Prasad narrated his feelings and his thoughts, and Mr. Hegde also in a spiritual sense. This is the first function I am attending here, and today only one officer is retiring after 37 years. Recently, you must have read in the newspapers, Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated, and so many people were arrested and they were in jail. And recently, Nalini, one accused was there who was released. Can you count how many years he was in? 13. He was more than that. So he deserves a release now. Now, that question also comes, that if you are in jail for that long, what will you do afterwards? The same question is before him also. He is as I have heard everybody, I have not worked with him for a long time. I am in this organization only for 3-4 weeks, and most of the time I was away only for some reason or the other. 2 MCMs I conducted, which he has attended and which he liked. He said so in his speech also. So, though he is going out, but I still invite him that if he feels like, we will give him communication. You be the part of our group. Don't go from that group. You attend that also. Maybe you can because of your large experience and good experience, especially many kind of people are there in an organization. My experience is that 10% are those who work on their own. They love the work. 80% people in the organization, they do as is asked from them through. And 10% are such that they have some other extracurricular activities. Whatever you do, whatever you tell them, perhaps they will not be able to understand. But they are also useful people. Any person who holds the flag also, he is also a useful person. So all sort of, any office is like a family only. Only one person is not doing anything. It's a group activity. if I tell him that you go and run for this thing, perhaps he will not do. He has a capability which he does very well, but somebody else may be having some other capability. So a person who was working so much in the organization, now for him to sit at home, it's a serious question. But what he should do, how should he pass the time? So he should find some ways and means to spend the time. Now, normally in every place I have seen most of the retirement function, the person retiring is given the chance to speak in the end, so that whatever good words he has listened, he can thank him. But here it is little different. Regarding finances and other aspects of life, most of the speakers, they have already spoken. And one thing I have found that they have casted some more responsibility on the daughters also, being doctors. Don't make them doctors are also like other people only. And even doctors also suffer. I am also a doctor. I also have diabetes. I also take medicine for hypertension. All these things, though I know many things, but still self-treating or treating a family member is a little difficult task. If you ask some medicine or for treatment or some line of treatment, something for somebody else, within no time I will come to the conclusion. But if it is a family member, or even for a small thing, it will be very difficult for me. So generally, if my wife also asks, I take her to some other doctor. Because my view can be biased. So that is also there. So in the end, I wish him all the best, because so much already spoken for him. He has done exceedingly well, and I thank him on behalf of the department, that he served the department for 37 years and so good. And in the end, I will tell one small thing also. When I joined the department, I joined in 1994, and in 95, I was posted in customs training, that time in Chennai. 2 of us were there. All were distributed throughout the country, 2 of us were there. So that first retirement function came during that time. So I was surprised to see that everybody was congratulating the officers that you are going without any spot on your uniform, because customs uniform is white uniform. So no spot on your uniform. That everybody said to the retired officer. Everybody was saying this to everybody who was retiring. That time perhaps all retired without any spot. So me and that other officer, we thought, yeah, why they are telling that spot. But good thing which I am seeing today is that thing is not mentioned. Before coming to Bangalore about 3 years back, I was again working as Commissioner General there in Chennai Custom House only, as Commissioner. Commissioner General means like P&V work for whole Custom House, all commissioners, 8 were there. So there, even vigilance I was looking after. So I came to know that what they meant when I joined the department. Because more than 50% of the officers, they had some kind of allegation or carelessness or this thing, that thing. More than 50%, some kind. And then charge sheet, then process, then finishing or some punishment or something like that. So it was a big achievement. Now, it is good to see that nobody is mentioning it. And I wish him all the best in all his future.
Thank you very much, sir, for your nice words. No problem.
Along, so many officers have talked about me. It's good to hear, but I don't know how far I deserve it. Anyway, I will make myself feel comfortable to hear these words. Thank you so much. I joined in '87. At that time, the retirement age was 58 years. Now I am retiring at 60. Already I got 2 years bonus service. And in these 35 to 37 years of service, I got good colleagues like you. Without you, it could not have been possible to retire peacefully, and I have no regrets. I am fully satisfied and self-content. Thank you very much.
To conclude, vote of thanks by Sri Ganesh Kumar, followed by we have arranged some refreshments. Let's all join there.
Respected Commissioner sir, ladies, he is my senior colleagues and my dear friends. The journey of Chandrasekhar has come to an end by today evening, as our colleagues have told. Yesterday I was just seeing the seniority list of the Group A officers. This year, 303 officers are retiring. If you calculate the number of service for 303 officers into 30 years, you just imagine how many years of their contribution of good work have been lost to our country. The youngsters, you should all just put something that what are the experience which has been shared by our friends R. Chandrasekhar. Just we need not practice everything. At least few things we should practice. It is not only better for yourself, it is better for the country also. With these few words, I thank Commissioner, ADC, JCs and other friends who have come attended this retirement function, and I wish Chandrasekhar a happy and retirement.
Thank you, one and all. So let's join there for refreshments.